And the Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me too.
Turning it on! They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, that is so tough. When you play defense, you get your eyes on your keys and you got to read them, but sometimes they lie to you. You could see the little misdirection by this offense, fooled the defense, created some space. The offense took advantage and made a huge play.
The Dogs just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Going to the running game. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a proven game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And that is no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
After the miss on the 47-yard field goal attempt, they'll put it in play from their own 30-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Baker. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was...
Breaks into the open. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
they're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They go to the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And they try to sneak the draw play in there and try to show pass right away, get it to the running back. Defense not fooled in the slightest. Nice job getting upfield, getting to the running back, getting him on the ground.
To the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time. Getting hit as he's trying to throw the football, you've got to protect your quarterback.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Here's the handoff. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Tight ends are security blankets for quarterbacks, especially in situations like that, right? You don't need a lot of yards. Just find the big fella, put it on him, get the 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. You don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Give to the running back. Across the 45. Oh, he's got some space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Looking to fire. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Throws to the wideout. And it's caught. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game. Give to the back. And he is
just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Madison.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. From the gun, looking for a man. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He'll try to take it back.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Baker. Under fire. Open space at the 25. Good line on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Touchdown, Ohio State. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but just snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football team.
Crosses to 35. Running free. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. LSU is currently ahead in this one in Death Valley, but I can see Mike the Tiger out there pacing. This has been a very close game. They're up by 7 over Ole Miss. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Baker. Pressure coming. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded at several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons.
Pulls it in down the middle. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Dropping back, it's Baker. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Gives it on the option. Running to Green. There he goes.
Exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The play fake on 1st down to throw. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. backfield, and they'll give it to him. At the 45 on his way. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because it's exactly what you do. Now I can block.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Going to try to get it himself. Got room at the 35. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And you got to lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
The Buckeyes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grab behind the line. It's Rodgers. Down enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Baker. Throws to the tight end. Got his man on the right. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. He's now up to 75 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Buckeyes, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The offense changing the play. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
seconds in the first half. Leaves it with the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the ground with the back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Going to the ground. Past the 45. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown Bulldogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense. And to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
Looking for the time with the extra point. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. I like this, taking the safe play, getting the positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's where quarterbacks get in trouble sometimes when they get too aggressive and then they get behind the sticks a little bit. I see a lot of space, take advantage of it, get it to my running back, let him chew that up, and now
turning it on! Jump on top here in the second half.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Got the first down and more. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he is of defenders there to make the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, to get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Man, wow, what a catch by the big fella. And when he's not open, he's open. So nice to have a big target that can make those type of catches. I imagine he'll keep throwing him the football.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient, fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running back drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They just keep firing. Floating away. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
It's so nice to be an offense on 2nd down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. And into the end zone. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. News, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll give it to the back. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Now on the option. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
The Buckeyes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Makes the grab on the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you throw into running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Lost to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's House. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll move the tight end from the gun, running back on the move. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Going with the ground game left. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He wants it all. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely perfect. And now they take the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, big update in a top 5 game today. Miami is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about at the U for a long time. They're up by 25 over Auburn. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. The only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Plows through the defense. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Nice second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with the lone back. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Snagged in the middle. It's Madison. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what we saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Madison. They'll stop him short on 3rd down in this defense, trying to make sure they stay on top.
Well, tempo is going to be a big deal right now, but 4th down coming up, trailing, you have to dial up the right play right here, Dave.
And first things first, you got to get the first down. Like, I got to convert this 4th down. The clock is irrelevant at that point. Then I got to kick it in high gear, make some plays, and getting scoring position to try to take the lead.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. The give on the option. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, and that's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.